We are live. All right, this is Victorious Flourish, and I'm addressing the Billion Coin community and the globe at large. So today, live. All right, this is Victorious Flourish, and I'm addressing the Billion Coin community and the globe at large. So I have to mute that one. So today is Saturday, 12th of May, 2018. And the title of this show is How Big is Your Truth Concerning TBC? You know, I derived this title from the voice of TBC yesterday when we listened to his live webcast. He asked this question and he was like, how big is your truth? Especially as it has to do with TBC. So we are particularizing this for just TBC. And I want to know, when you say you are a TBCian, you say you are a member of this community, how big is that truth? You know, are you just a member, you know, for being sake? Then let me just be there and watch what is going on. If anything comes out of it, fine. If nothing, fine. Are you just a seat on the bench member, or are you involved in what is going on in the community? We have a same button meeting. First of all, let me recognize someone with me. This is Mr. Michael Anafi. Am I correct?
Yes, Michael Anafi.
Please,
Anafi.
Anafi. This is
Yes.
Michael Anafi from Ghana. So welcome to my YouTube live, Mr. Michael. My pleasure to have you. And
Welcome.
we are expecting one or two other people to join the live show. So the title of this live show is How Big is Your Truth? Or yeah, how big is your truth as regards TBC? This question got my attention when the voice of TBC asked it, you know, and I had to ask myself, how big is my truth concerning the Billion Coin community? Am I really, you know, involved with my everything? As in, am I really passionate about this TBC community, or I'm just doing it for the sake of, let's just be pushing it. Anything that comes out of it, fine. You know, some people will be like that. They say we should
Yes.
do a live broadcast. Let's do it now. They say we should come for same button a meeting. I will just attend. After all, it doesn't cost me anything. You know, whatever the community say you should do, you do. You're just doing it like a zombie. You don't really have your own mindset about what you're doing. A lot of people are like that. They're just following whatever they say we should do. Okay, the last time they said we should do this, we did it. I heard some people complain about it. That period we were creating a matrix. That time we were raising leaders. Some people were basically complaining. They said we should do this, we have done this. Now admin has said we should do this, we have done it. Everything she asked us to do, we have done. But she's not doing her own. She said the fiat is going to be, they are doing it because of the fiat exchange. You see everybody, I could remember one of the people then, one of them are against TBC, in fact, against the admin today. that lady, I don't want to mention her name, you know, she was so passionate. She was carrying everybody along, you know, do this, do that. All she was doing was because of her own greed. You know, she was doing it because of her own greed. She just wanted the fear to happen. Let her grab the money. That's all. She doesn't know that you have to put a structure down to work. Where have you seen this kind of structure among the whole crypto world? Have you seen this kind of structure that we are putting in place in TBC? You know, but some people are just following blindly, foolishly. Whatever they say you should do, you will do, just because you want the fiat exchange. How big is your truth? This is the time to really say the truth. How big is your truth? This TBC that has blessed you, how committed are you to it? How big is your truth? You know, is it you know, maybe you sell TBC to some people, and probably you told them within a year it will mature and you can withdraw, and up till now, you know, there is no withdrawal system, and they are coming after you. They are calling you all kinds of names. I am talking, I know what I'm saying. A lot of people will say, okay, she sold TBC to us. She all her money, the money she made, is from TBC, it's from us, your $100, you know. And people are just attacking you. People are coming to you and asking you what time, when will this TBC, you know, when we will start cashing out and all that. How big is your truth? How big is your truth? So, Mr. Michael, what happened to your, I wanted to ask you, I wanted to start from you, you know, to tell us how big is your truth? Okay, I have Anne. I have Anne here. Say hello, Victoria. Sorry, it's 1 a.m. here in New Zealand, and I have my broadcast at 5 a.m., so I need to get some rest. Okay, Anne, yeah, you told me you somehow be in this broadcast, and I'm glad you are here. Please go and rest. I watched your broadcast, very interesting. Keep on doing the good work you're doing. All right. Yeah, let me just be through with this broadcast. I have Mr. Michael and Nefi, and I'm expecting 2 more people to join us for this broadcast. So the title still is How Big is Your Truth? Mr. Michael. Mr. Michael. Sorry, I'm still expecting.
Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Michael, you went off, so I was wondering.
Yes, the network was not good.
Okay, you joined back. Okay, now I wanted to start from you, Mr. Michael. You know, when you guys started the exchange, you know, I happened to be in that room the group. I just joined to monitor you guys. You know, I wanted to know. Welcome. Somebody joined us. Mercy. You are welcome. Yes.
Yes.
Hello,
Welcome,
Mercy.
Mercy.
Yeah. Mercy, welcome to the show. Can she hear us? Mercy, can you hear us?
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, all right.
Thank you.
Yeah, this show is about
Welcome.
Ma'am.
first of all, we want to question by the voice of TBC. I told you, I heard him say that, and that's one thing we want to address first. You know, because some people are in TBC just because, okay, let's just do whatever they want us to do. They are not here to contribute anything to the community. They are just here to follow like a zombie. Whatever they say we should do, yes, we will do. You know, but they don't have their own mind to do what they need to do so that this community can move forward. I think basically that's why the voice of TBC asked that question. How big is your truth concerning TBC? Mr. Williams, how big is...
Michael.
Yes, Mr. Michael.
Yes.
Sorry, let's go Mr. Williams. How big is your truth?
My truth is very big. It doesn't go to the limits of just getting the fiat exchange brought to the doorstep of TBCians. I know that I am an administrator of TBC. The voice of TBC, he is an administrator. Mr. Danlut, you and everybody who is willing and pushing hard for the community to grow into success is also an admin of TBC. So we shouldn't just sit down.
For you. Yeah, go on, please. I'm sorry.
We shouldn't just sit down and wait for one person that we don't even know as an admin to continue fighting for us, doing everything for us. We can't be spoon-fed every day. That is not done. Even when you have a child and the child is growing, you expect the child to do certain things that will show that the child is maturing. Not that the child gets to 20 years and the child is still taking formula.
Exactly.
The child is taking formula. Whatever powder you get, you just stir and give to the child. No. We are growing. So we need to get what steps will allow us to do our own exchange in a small manner or our own TBC sales. You don't need to lie to anybody to sell TBC. Let the person know the relevance, even if it is for 10 years that the person is going to wait for TBC to become globally accepted. It is fine. Tell the person the truth. People use and spend a lot of years to become graduates in order to get something to feed themselves and care for the family. We accept that. You can use 20 years for education, 15 years of your life for education, 30 years for education because you want to get something. Why can't we just give TBC 10 years or even 5 years for it to become realized? And even if we leave it for 5 years and we are not working as members of TBC, we will go nowhere because admin will not bring us the ATM cards without really doing what we are supposed to do. Pay for the ATM card, you say you won't pay. Pay your $10, you won't pay for the wallet, you won't pay. Tell people about TBC and get bonuses in TBC from the cookie rewards, you say you won't do it. Then you sit down there for new ones to come and do all these things and get TBC in their wallet. When you knew TBC in 2017, you have only 5 TBC. When you can refer 100 people and get 10 TBC, now that opportunity is closing. We have people in the community who are still watching. They want to watch and watch and watch until one day people are exchanging their TBC in larger volumes. Then they will say that, oh, for me, I am not fortunate. I joined this coin I joined that coin. Only this coin that I joined, and I was not able to complete all my tasks, I am thrown out. I don't have any worth anymore. No, such excuses are pitiful. We won't allow that to happen. So for me and to me, my family members are in TBC, my friends are in TBC, and I don't spare them the truth. So they don't come back to me asking me for give us a refund. No, they can only ask how I see things, but they can't ask me for a refund. So if you don't introduce TBC to somebody well, you take the person's money, $100 today. In 3 months' time, the person will come to you. I'm going to call police if you don't give me what I've given you. And who is willing to do that? So the truth shall save you.
Yes. Okay, my sister. The truth shall set you free. So if you are introducing TBC to people out there, we are heading towards 1 billion community, and it's not a joke, you know. So we still need a lot of million of people into TBC. So if you're introducing TBC to them, tell them the exact truth about TBC. Let them run with the passion. You're not begging them to join the community. One thing I know is that TBC has come to stay. The same way we had Bitcoin is still the same way. TBC has already taken over. I tell people that TBC is the king of all cryptos. And I'm not joking about that. I am serious about it. So whatever crypto I am into, when it comes to TBC, I don't play with TBC. TBC is the only crypto I am so committed, passionately pursuing, you know, because I know that TBC is already eradicating poverty all over the world, whether you like to see that or not. So we are truthful about what we are saying. We are passionate about it. There is no two ways about it. TBC is the king of all cryptos. TBC is eradicating poverty all over the world and still doing so. So, Mr. Michael, I'll come back to you in regards to your exchange. So let's hear from Mercy, Madam Mercy. Let's hear from you. How big is your truth concerning TBC? Hello, Mercy, can you hear me? Michael? Mercy, can you hear me? Michael, can she hear me? Michael, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So, Mercy, can you hear us? Looks like she can't hear us.
Yes, that's what it seems. Okay, let me.
Does it have to do with her? Is there anything we need to do?
It could be with the audio. Let me send a message. Yes.
Hello, Mercy. Okay, I don't think she can hear us. Yes, I heard what you said, Mr. Michael, concerning the bigness of your truth towards the TBC, the Billion Coin. You know, the same way my passion is towards this community is same way my truth is about it. I don't have time to say what is not. Like the voice of TBC, we should all be learning from him. He doesn't have time to to play games. He tells you as it is, you know, and he is straightforward about it. He is so honest. He will tell you as it is, you know, because he said he didn't expect anything more from TBC than as it is today. So if you want to learn about TBC, if you want to know about TBC, you go to the blog. You know, the admin is so straightforward about TBC in the blog. If you read the blogs, you know that everything the admin has communicated, he has kept. There is nothing from the day one of that blog, you know, till date. Sorry, somebody. Hello, Frank. Yeah, Frank. Yeah, I'm live now. You can join. You can join us live. Okay, I sent you the link. All right. Maybe he doesn't know how to join us. Let me just send him a link very fast. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to get Pastor Amos into this. Can you see him here? He said he's here, but I can't see him. I gave him.
He's not here.
Yeah, I told him he's not here. I gave him the link to join, you know, because he has some things to share with us. So if Mercy, if you can hear me, can we hear you, please? How big is your truth concerning TBC?
Yes, ma'am.
If you can hear us, let's hear.
I have a very large one.
Okay.
From day one, I've been I came to know about TBC 2 weeks after launching. And
wow.
From day one, I've been telling people the whole truth about TBC. I didn't tell them, look, this is a rich quiz scheme. I didn't tell them that if you buy TBC, you know. I let them know that you have to work. All of us as a community, we need to come together and make TBC a real money, because TBC is money itself. I have gone to so many places for seminar and lots of that. Also, can you hear me?
I can hear you, my
Hello?
I can hear you.
One thing that really saved me is that I've always helped them to know the truth about TBC. That is why today nobody is saying, give me my money back. Because this is not what we thought TBC is going to be. But many people today do call TBC scam. But nobody, all the people that I brought into the community, no one has ever labeled TBC scam, because I gave them the proper orientation. Giving people proper orientation will help people to understand what they are going into.
Let me just cut you a bit. You know, when you talk about proper orientation, please, I'd like you to expatiate on that. What do you mean by proper orientation when you're bringing people into the community?
First, I help them to understand that TBC is not Bitcoin. In the sense that you know, Bitcoin is market-based. Bitcoin on trades. But I help them to understand that, look, you can never ever see TBC on market, because it is a community-based coin. It is a coin that community, all of us need to bring her together to bring to reality. You need not to wait for me. I need not to wait for you. That is number one orientation I give to them. Till today, nobody is coming back to ask, I can't see TBC on market cap, or what is wrong? No, because I had already gave them that orientation. And more so, I also help them to understand that, look, as I'm introducing TBC to you today, you have the same obligation. It is an obligation on your own part to also introduce it to other people out there. So that is why all other people, everybody under me, are striving hard to do the same. The way I introduce it to you, you have the obligation to introduce it to others. By that, the community will grow and become big and become a strong one. Just to mention a few. These are a few things I help them to understand from onset. From onset.
Wow, this is awesome. I also tell people, about the way it is with TBC. I tell them, TBC, you can never see TBC in the market. It's not a market based coins. It's membership based. So the more we bring people into the community, the more the coin is increasing in value, and it can never go down in value. Never. So if you're bringing people into the community, tell them the way the community is. Okay. Right now, we started having some exchangers in TBC. It started gradually like this with Bitcoin. It started gradually. Bitcoin started gradually peer-to-peer until boom. Now Bitcoin is a boom. So the same way TBC have started, and when I joined your team, the Exodus Exchange team, I joined to monitor you guys, and I was so shocked when you eventually started paying, and you pay people the money you promised to pay. At the same time, you give them back their collateral money. So, Mr. Michael, please throw more light on your Exodus Exchange. I'd like to know what is really Exodus Exchange, and how can Tibetians be a partaker of this exchange.
Okay, thank you. TBC is not globally accepted.
Mr. Harmony is here. We welcome you. Yeah, welcome, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Yeah. All right. So
I can see Mr. Mike. All set.
Yeah. Mr. Mike is already saying something about Exodus.
Ready to shoot.
Yes. The TBC that we have, TBC as we have now, is not globally accepted. Some people accept it, so it's peer-to-peer. This morning, somebody asked me, Michael, why is it that the person who is going to buy the TBC is not using the money to buy the $100 packages so that the person will get free cookies? But instead, he is willing to buy $3.2 million worth of TBC from Mr. Williams.
Can you tell us how did
then
who is Mr. Williams? How did the exchange come about? And how can
Mr. Williams will join us here one day. Okay. He is a community member. I'm in the same testers group with him. And Mr. Harmony, who just joined, is also part. We know him. We do other cryptocurrencies together. So we know him long before he brought the idea that he has got somebody who is willing to buy such a huge amount of TBC from us. So he is not going to be selfish to exchange the TBC for himself. First of all, he will need a lot of time before he can send the TBC to the person. Secondly, He has hundreds to thousands of TBC in his wallet. So if he sells parts of his TBC to the person and gets the $3.2 million and put it down, what will happen to the rest of the TBC coins he has in his wallet? And how will be the fate of all Nigerians, all Africans, and everybody in this world? It means TBC will still be struggling. So since people don't get the idea that TBC admin can really make an exchange for us, he took that opportunity to bring to light what a fiat exchange could be an example of. So
okay,
this
so
is
what
just an example.
What you're saying in essence is that, you know, he's trying to show us how the fiat exchange that admin is talking about is going to be, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, how it may be or how it will feel like.
Okay.
You know, when you pay for your ATM card and then the money begins to come, you forget about the money you used to pay your ATM card. The same thing happened to me when I got my $1,000 in a to the $100 that I paid. So in this case,
sorry, the network was bad. What $1,000
okay.
are you talking about?
I exchanged my $1,000
with the Exodus exchange. Is it with Exodus?
I'll listen to her first.
Looks like Michael's network is bad.
Hello.
Yeah, Michael, you were talking about $1,000.
I'm back.
Yeah, is it with Exodus exchange or with another exchanger? How did you get the $1,000? How did you cash it out? All right, while we wait for his network to...
I think his network is kind of bad.
Yeah, his network. Mr. Harmony, where are you connecting from, please?
Well, are you my network?
Yeah, where are you connecting from? Which country are you connecting from?
Connecting from Nigeria, Abuja.
Oh, okay. You are Mr. Harmony from Abuja. You are the one eating our government's money in Abuja. I can see it all over you. You're eating Nigerian money in Abuja. All right. You know, the title of this show is How Big is Your Truth? How big is your truth? Somebody just joined us. Okay, Mr. Yes. Frank Diamond joined us. He left. I'm sure he will come back. While we're waiting for Mr. Michael's network to connect, Mr. Harmony, please tell us, how big is your truth concerning TBC? How big is your truth? You know, are you just doing for doing, or you have your own personal conviction about TBC?
Okay, seriously speaking, as far as cryptocurrency is concerned, I've not believed in anything like the way I believe in TBC. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, can hear
all
you.
Right, good. I've not really believed in any cryptocurrency the way I believe in TBC. I know when Bitcoin came out and so many persons come to tell me about it, but I never go for it. But the moment TBC came out and I got the ideology, because every other coin is just like the money in the market that fluctuates, goes up and down. But when I got to hear about TBC, the price is static, goes up and never comes down. I was interested, and I was to know what kind of currency is that. And I decided to take a study and I go deep into TBC until I started investing. So my conviction about TBC is not just because people are there. TBC, I am ready to go to it to any length until I see the bottom of it. And I know the bottom is taking us to the top. So I think that's a little I can say for now.
Okay, yeah, you are ready to go with TBC until you see are you convinced that at the end of the day, you know, TBC is going to surpass Bitcoin? Do you have a conviction that, you know, one day TBC will have her own ATM card like Bitcoin? One day TBC will have so many merchants, you know, like we have with Bitcoin. One day TBC, you know, it will not be difficult for anybody to ask, how do I cash out? When is fiat coming? Whenever you need the money, you just go to your ATM, or you have a lot of people to exchange TBC. Do you have that conviction in you, just like Bitcoin? That's what I meant.
Okay, now this is what you should understand. The ideology of cryptocurrency initially is not the fiat. We will definitely need to understand that fact. It goes beyond just exchanging your coin to fiat. Now, the idea of cryptocurrency is what we are known to be cashless policy, which is being adopted in all parts of the world. That you can actually go and use your coins and trade for services and goods, which is the original ideology of cryptocurrency. Now, I believe, because when you look at, I'm not condemning any coin anyway. I believe in every other coin. But for the fact that I personally can go to the market in the nearest future and ask for what I want, and I use my coins in exchange of what I want, means that TBC is one coin that everybody will be adopting and they will embrace in the nearest future. It will not be long from now. Why? Because my coins, it doesn't go down. Now imagine when we hit 1 billion users now. You know what it means for you to own a coin, one full TBC in your account? You are bigger than a nation. So my conviction is so strong in TBC that come what may, I have not seen anything. Is it the trolls or the people calling it scam and all that? I have people around me that tell me, guy, this is your money that is always in your wallet that you can never use. When will it come? I said, don't worry, just give it time. There is no serious business that just starts in a day and you start earning. Every business that will stand the test of time, it needs time for it to grow. So the problem we have in the TBC community is that so many of us are impatient. So many of us are impatient. Just within 2 years, the growth and the strength that TBC comes with, other coins didn't really come with that. You can imagine, we just spent 2 years, and you can imagine the level we are. Bitcoin spent like 9 years before it got to where it is today. So I believe if everybody will actually understand that nothing good comes easy, a Rome is not built in a day, then I think we'll all wait and then put all hands on deck and then see how we can propel TBC to that place where we want it to be. And like I said before, my stand is firm on TBC and there's no going back. Nothing will stop me. Nothing is taking me back.
No going back, my brother.
No Jupiter.
No shaking. You know, there was a video I made sometime, and I said, even if the admin come out now and said, sorry, people, I can't continue with TBC. I'm no longer. I will take over the admin. I will take over the admin. And I'm serious. I'm not joking about it. Nothing can stop TBC. TBC has come to, you know, and nothing can stop TBC. So the trolls cannot stop TBC. Naysayers cannot stop TBC. You know, even some people that call themselves leaders that are now fighting admin, they cannot stop TBC. You see, the structure we have put in place, it's very difficult to break that structure. We have a very strong structure going on. in TBC. So back to you still, Mr. Harmony. You know, I know you are one of those that have exchanged from Exodus Exchange. Like I said, I joined your team. I was in that team to monitor what you guys were doing, and I want monitoring things. So all of a sudden, people started sharing their testimonies of how they received their money, you know, plus the collateral they paid. Everything was refunded back to them. So I wanted to hear from you. I know you're part of that team. I want to know, how did this bank started with Mr. Williams? I know with Mr. Williams is the brain behind Exodus. So I want to know from you, please. Can you throw more light in this Exodus thing?
Okay, thank you very much, madam. When Mr. Mike started, he gave a little analogy of how we met Mr. Williams. Actually, when during the testers period, the metrics, I was actually one of the top 10 of Mr. Williams, and from there we got to know, we start talking, and even sometimes we deviate a little to other coins and we come back and we are still on TBC. Now, when this issue of the exchange came on board, and in fact, I was even surprised when I was made the admin of that group, because I didn't know how it came about. But I just saw myself and I was an admin of a group, and we started talking, and that was when they brought that idea of, okay, he has someone who wants to purchase a TBC, a large amount from him, and as the selfless man that he is, he doesn't want to selfishly just carry the coin or collect the money and then pocket it alone, of which, as big as that amount may be, if Mr. Williams has written to TBC commissioner and tell them, I have a buyer who wants to purchase this much of TBC from me, and I need an approval from you, and then they confirm from the buyer's end that it is true, TBC admin will release that coins into the man's account, and the money will come to him, and nobody will say anything. But out of his selfless or magnanimity and the love he has for the community, he chose to make it a kind of, okay, let's even see how we can use this and test even the global fiat we are waiting for. And they decided to share it among the community, which has led us to where we are today. I know when we started, it was like, how do we go about it? The admins were brainstorming, how will this happen? And then until we come up with all that is happening now, that at least my account will really shake and make some serious noise today.
You know, you tell us about this seriousness? Tell us, we want to hear this serious noise your account is making. Let's hear you.
You know, sometimes when so much money drops into your account, you begin to be afraid of yourself. And sometimes you imagine now you begin to wonder, is this real or is fake? But it's real, it's real, it's real. You know, I never believed it was going to, because even when we are doing what I said is that, okay, let me commit something that in my mind, I just said, okay, let me just give that as a bad money. And that was what I told my wife. I said, this one, let's use this as bad money. This is an investment. Sometimes you invest, you gain, you invest, you lose. But I know I'm not actually investing to lose, but in case TBC choose to play a fast one on me, Mr. Williams is somebody I know, I won't hold him responsible, because this is an investment. And we just let that go. And today the story has changed. In fact, it has, I don't know whether I will call that triple or fourth pool or whatever name you want to call it, but the money has.
Okay, now what you're saying is that, you know, you partook, or you are still partaking in this Mr. Williams package. You know, how did you partake, and how much have you cashed out from it? And Tell us, because we know that some exhibitions we want to know and they may want to join. How did you cash out? What did you do that you have to cash out? How much did you cash out? How do you need to do anything before you cash out? How long did it take you to cash out? All those things, we want to know.
Okay, now this is it. Thank you very much. I know these are pertinent questions and I need direct answers. Now, when I invested $50 into this, my commitment fee just $50, which is by our calculations that we use 400 per dollar, 20,000. And at the end of the day, at least I was dropped $100, which is about 100,000. Then with my commitment fee, which is 20,000, so I received 220,000.
When you say commitment fee, what do you mean by that?
Okay, there are different commitment fee. Money that I use as collateral as my own contribution, $50, some $50, $100, $200, $300. I think some even did up to $600 as well. You understand? So that collateral contribution that we all did, I think that's what we mean by commitment fee.
Okay, you mean you paid a collateral of $50, which is like 20,000 naira in naira, right?
Naira, yes.
Okay, and that is the commitment fee you have to pay for you to exchange how much? $50 commitment fee. We exchange how much from the Exodus? You said you received 200,000 naira.
Hello.
Okay. Yeah, Michael, I think we lost him there. His network is. Can you please help out in this? I want to, when we talk about how big is your truth, this is part of it. We want to know how big is your truth. He said he paid a commitment fee of $50, which is equivalent to 20,000 naira, and he cashed out 200,000 naira plus his commitment fee. It means his money, the commitment fee was given back to him again, So it's not like what do you call it? Pyramid. So Mr. Michael, if you can hear me, I want you to contribute to this because I want it to be clear. How big is your truth concerning this? The network is freezing. Mr. Michael is freezing. Harmony, are you back? Mr. Harmony. Okay, now, Mercy, Mrs. Mercy, I know you are part of this team. I want to know how big, yes, I want to know how big is your truth concerning Exodus Exchange. Now, you are part of the team, and I see you in that group. You have received your own money. Tell us how big is your truth concerning exchange, Exodus Exchange.
Like Mr. Aboni started, there's this collateral we have to share among ourselves and pay. We call it portfolio. There are portfolio for the payment, $50, $30. I committed $130.
Okay.
And I was able to exchange $1,000 because the $100 will give you an opportunity to exchange $1,000. So I was able to cash out $1,000. And this is our calculation for dollar, 400 naira per dollar. That is the calculation for $1. So that on the 14th of this last Monday, I was able to cash out $1,040. That is 440,000 naira, Nigeria currency. So
Wow.
if you commit $50, you will be able to cash out $520 plus your commitment fee. But your commitment fee is coming back to you. That is to tell us that this is not a Ponzi, this is not a pyramid, because your commitment fee is back to you. So I was able to cash out.
Wow, this is awesome. So who sent the TBC? Is the TBC contributed in from every member? Let's say my commitment fee is $100. Am I going to send $100 worth of TBC to a particular TBC wallet so that at the end of the day they send it from there, or how do you send the TBC to the buyer?
Okay. Yes, the buyer will have his wallet address. So immediately I received the money, I was giving the buyer's wallet address to send 1,000 worth of Kringle to the buyer's wallet, which I did, and the buyer received it.
Okay, so everybody. All right, I think I get it now. Anybody that wants to exchange, okay, once you pay your commitment fee, what I understand by commitment fee is it is like a collateral, right? And
yes,
you pay 10% of what you want to cash out, because going by what Mr. Harmony said, he said he paid 20,000 naira and he cashed out 200,000. And you paid $100 and you cashed out $1,000, yes, which means you pay 10% of what you intend to cash out. Am I correct?
I don't know, but yes.
Am I correct?
Hello. Hello. You are very correct.
You pay, okay. Now, so at the end of the day, when your money is given to you, your commitment fee is also given back to you. Is that true?
Yes.
All right. Okay, so how long did it take you? How long did it take you to receive this money? When did you pay your commitment fee, and how long did it take for you to cash out? We need to know. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes. When did you pay your commitment fee, and how long did it take you to cash out? We lost you there too.
Yeah, we lost people.
Okay, Mr. Harmony, please. I was asking her. Yeah. I was asking her. I wanted all the people that cashed out to come to this show, because this is how big is your team. We are talking about it here, and right now we are talking about Exodus Exchange. So I want to know, when did you pay your money, and how long did it take you to cash out?
I think I'm not too good with this exact date, but I think the very day we started the payment. So, but I think it's from that day we are counting the 34 days. I think then after that very 34 day, on the 7th of May, okay, yeah, on the 7th of May, exactly, that was when payment started. So I think that should be like almost a month and some days before the payment came, because we're actually counting from the day the collateral was released and all that to the bank, all those bank days and all that. So I think approximately a month and some days.
Okay, a month and some days.
Yeah.
All right. Is it because the money was released by that time, or it's still the same way it would be with others? Let's say I join you today and I say, okay, I want to cash out $1,000 and I pay $100 today. How long do you think I will wait? Am I going to wait for 1 month or maybe lesser because the bank has released the money? And will it be okay if I ask who is the bank?
Well, you need to actually understand that this payment is not fixed. It's not really fixed because the payment comes as the buyer releases the fund. Now, because the initial plan was we're looking at 8% of the total money, the percentage of the money involved, we're looking at about 8%, which would have been something very reasonable that we could have been doing some reasonable number, other maybe between 100 and or thereabout monthly.
Don't be fast. When you said 8%, what do you mean by 8%? 8% of the commitment fee or 8% of the total amount that Mr. Williams is collecting?
8% of the total amount Williams was collecting. That was what we were supposed to raise as collateral. You understand me now?
Yeah.
All right. And because of we were looking at a particular number of participants to be able to help us hit that target. But we later met a lower number of that, which could not even make us to raise about, we are not able to raise even at least 1%. It was 0 point something percent we raised. So because of that, the money that is released now is actually meager. And at least it has, to me, it has been a good start because within just last week and this week, at least they have paid people twice. About 3 persons have received, which is a good start for me. Because we have been hearing even of the global fear that at least how we'll come forth and go for years we've been hearing. But this one we try to start it. And
it's just
Sorry, I can hear you, Claire.
I said it's just within a week. We are not up to.
Okay.
It's just within a week.
I was actually adding the 34 days waiting and all that. All right.
All right.
It's like I was adding the 34 days of waiting. I think that's the reason why. So, madam. Hello.
Yeah. I think my network was a little down. I didn't hear what Mrs. Messi said something about not even up to 1 week. So I wanted to go back to what she said. She said not even up to 1 week. That was what I heard. So please, can you repeat what you said and let me understand what you mean by that?
What I was trying to say is that we Exodus Exchange start paying out people just this week, and people have been able to cash out already.
Okay, so you mean okay? What you're saying is that
despite the fact, hello, ma'am.
Yeah, what you're saying is that it's not
the fact that we are able to raise the total tariff. Exodus Exchange try to push it out. Start somewhere. What they do start?
All right. Exodus Exchange is just trying to, encourage the community that TBC is real. He just wanted to, put his own support. And this is the way he wants to support the community. Okay, all I wanted to know is, how big is your truth concerning Exodus exchange? I wanted to know, is it real? Is it something that if the community start coming in now, everybody will get paid, or by the time a lot of people start trooping in, you get stopped? So we want to know, how big is your truth concerning Exodus exchange? Mr. Harmony,
Hello,
you can.
ma'am.
Yeah. I have tried to tell one or two people about Exodus exchange, that when you put your commitment fee, you're going to receive this. Some of them tell me, run far from them. They might end up taking your money. I said, I will have to stay and watch how this goes. And so far, like today, some money was released again. I was in that room. I'm still in that room. Some money was released again to pay some people today. And I said, once you receive your money, please share with us in the room so that we know that this is really happening, you know. So I wanted to know, how big is your truth concerning Exodus exchange? That's what I wanted to know. And now, at least 4 of you or 5 of you have been paid. And I see some new people into your paid room, you know. So it means, does it now mean that every week you are expected to pay a certain number of people? And how many people can receive weekly? Do you have an idea? Do you have an idea, Mr. Harmony? Do you have an idea how many people can receive payments in a week?
Okay, thank you very much, madam. I think the reason why the answer will be yes and no is because it depends on how much the buyer releases per week. The buyer can, if buyer releases enough money, we could be able to pay a large number of persons. But if it is little, we look at the little that can go for. So we cannot really say specifically this is the amount that we're going to be paying every week, whether it's coming weekly or this amount we're going to be paying every month. But by what Mr. Williams is saying and is pushing for the buyer to at least up his game in the release of the fund, once that goes through, I'm sure a larger number of persons will be paid weekly, and which is going to be a very big plus for the community. But for now, I can't really say yes.
Okay. Now, how is your exchange affecting the growth of the community? You know, last time I spoke with Mr. Michael, he said something concerning how you have helped so many people get their SEND button turned on, and how people are coming into the community because now they know they can actually exchange, you know, with your team. So how truth is that? How are you increasing the community through your exchange? And how do you also intend, because in as much as people are cashing out through your exchange, remember, we also have 1 billion people to join us in the community. So if what you're doing is not encouraging new people joining the community, you are not really impacting on the growth. You are just helping the people already there to cash out and just go. So I want to know, so this question will be directed to Mr. Williams himself when he decides to join us live here. I want to know how this exchange is affecting the growth of the community, because we need growth every day. We need like 1 million people joining the community every day. So how is your exchange affecting the growth?
Okay, thank you once again. Just like you said, Mr. William actually have the bulk load of the answers to give. but at least let me just throw a little light on it. I could remember before this exchange, or maybe a period to the exchange, so many complaints about send buttons were not on, even while they were trying to get it on, and so many persons were not even paid their $10 fee. I know of so many persons that didn't even pay their $10 fee. But I could remember because of the exchange, as we were coming in and we're helping them to pay their $10 fee, which is one plus on also the part of the total community. Because I know of this lead came up that is it the TBC police or somebody said that we should stop paying the $10 fee. But I could remember at that period when our exchange started, so many persons were paying their $10 fee on daily basis. Why? Because they want their send button to be on. Because they know without the send button, they will not be able to partake in the exchange. So many of them were able to pay the $10 fee, and their send buttons were getting turned on daily basis. And they were so happy. And that gives people that confidence that, true, this thing is still possible. And as I'm telling you now, because of that, some persons that did not have TBC in their account went and up their account and then bought. So I think with that, and people are hearing and they start coming in. I know so many persons that have contacted me and said, I thought this TBC thing is dead. I didn't know it's still alive. Because I told them it cannot die. TBC is not, it can never die. The earlier you hop in, the better for you. So I think it has really boosted the morals in the community these few weeks, so to say. So if we keep on like this, more persons we keep coming, because I know the little challenge we have now is just the meager amount that is being released. But when the buyer will actually be releasing much money and they say that we are paying more people on daily basis, already with the little they are seeing, people are coming in. I know, handling human beings is one of the most difficult things. People will always talk. Even with the life.
Okay, I think we lost him there. Mr. Harmony, your internet is hanging now. We can't hear you. Your internet is bad now. We can't hear you. Okay, this is Victorious Flourish, and I'm still addressing the Billion Coin community and the globe at large. I have been talking to the team of Exodus Exchange. I've been so curious about the exchange that I had to invite those that have received money from the exchange. I just wanted to hear their testimonies, and that's what we have been listening. We've been listening to testimonies of those that have exchanged from this Mr. Williams' good hearts contribution to the community. We will do our best to bring Mr. Williams' life here so that he can talk about the exchange, talk about the bank. We want to know the bank and want to hear from him how he intends to use this exchange to affect the growth of the community. I need the community to be growing in millions every day. So I want him to tell us how this exchange will contribute to the growth of the community. This is my own, I want to know how the exchange will contribute. People can actually go and sell their TBC and make $1,000 daily or make $100 daily. Yes, you can actually work, do your marketing and sell your TBC, So, but some people will sell for the money. They will market for the money. They are not really seeing the big picture ahead of us. I want to see the I want to see people contacting the trusted sellers from all over the world to buy without much ado. Okay, that's what I want to see. I want to see where we can easily exchange our TBC for cash. And this will be done when we get to 1 billion community. So stop looking at the small picture. Look at the big picture ahead. How are you contributing to the community? How are you contributing to the growth of the community? Don't be a bench warmer. Don't sit down there and, watch to see what is going to happen. And also, how big is your truth concerning TBC? Are you just a zombie follower, or you have your own conviction about TBC? These are all questions you need to ask yourself and answer it by yourself. Honestly, do things because people are telling you to do. Do it because you're convinced. If I'm not convinced about TBC, I won't be here. This is the first time I will be so passionate about a cause. Of course, this is a cause we are following. I'm so passionate, apart from being passionate in soul winning about the kingdom of God. I am passionate about, you see, one thing about TBC is, as TBC is eradicating poverty all over the world, people are coming to Christ. As I speak, so many people are shedding blood somewhere just for money. Many people are doing evil because of money. You can imagine what TBC we do in the life of the world, the globe at large. When this comes to reality, it means even crime will be eradicated. So we need to look at the bigger picture ahead of us. Some people, Mr. Harmony, thank God you're back. I'm talking about, when we have Mr. Williams join us, please, I would like to have Mr. Williams join us live, because I want him to talk about how his exchange will affect the growth, positive growth of the community. Because I can see his heart for this community. What he's doing reveals his heart, reveals the kind of person he is. I have actually inquired about him. I don't know him one-on-one, and I even though I have his number, but I want to have him live. I don't want to have any private chat with him until I have him here live, because I want to ask him personal questions and global questions as it affects TBC. I want him to tell us how this exchange will affect the growth of the community. Like I was saying, that we should stop looking at the smaller picture now. People are rushing to exchange right now just because they want to cash out. Do you know there is a policy he can put in place? Before you cash out, you need to at least register 100 people. Do you know he can put something like that in place? And you see people going to, and you're registering people, not just going to form. It baffles me how people react for money. Once it comes to money, people can just do anything. People can actually go and create accounts by themselves to form that 100 people just because they want to cash out. No, there's a way we can, when I say we, this has to do with TBC, so I am involved. There's a way we can actually give a policy. Before you will exchange, you have to go and register 100 people. You will see, by the time he puts this in place, people will go and do it. After all, the fiat is coming. The main fiat is coming globally. And for you to participate in fiat, you really need to have at least 100 people. You should have registered 100 people. Is that not true? Yeah, this is like the fiat right now. We are testing the fiat of Mr. Harmony. So he can still put up that that policy and say, now that people are rushing in, they want to pay, they want cash. He can put it, he can say, okay, before you exchange, we want to know if you have 100 people. It's not people that already have 100 people. Let's say me, I have 100 people already, and I want to exchange from Exodus Exchange, and I will tell him, okay, I already have 100. No, you will start afresh. You have to go and register 100 people afresh. Do you want to tell me that people will not do that, Mr. Harmony? I don't know if you, Mrs. Mercy is laughing. I know you get what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is actually making some sense. What do you think about it? What do you think about what I just said? Because I am looking at the bigger picture. I want us to hit these targets. You know, I'm like the admin of PBC.
Hold on.
I want to hit these targets. You know, what can you say about what I have just said?
Your suggestion is very good, ma'am. It's very good. You know, people will do everything in order to cash out.
Yeah.
And by so doing, it's going to really boost the growth of the community. Well, we will convey your message to Mr. Williams.
Please do.
He's supposed to be with us right now, but because he's on a journey, I hope next time he will be with us. He actually take excuse of not being here today, and we will actually convey the message to him, because we can't say yes now to this, but I know he will definitely, because do that by him.
Okay, please, I'd like you to convey the message to him. This is very important to me. This is beyond cashing out. You know, we are looking at hitting these targets earlier than, you know, projected. You know, even though we are looking at 5 years, 3 years from now, do you know we can actually hit this target? It's just about, we are more than 3 million members, more than 3 million members. What does it take for us to hit 1 billion? Mr. Williams can actually be one of the, by trying to do a calculation of how many people do we need more to hit 1 billion in 2019 to 20. You know, let's see how many can come from Exodus Exchange. So it's been my pleasure having you guys online talk about this exchange. I'm excited about the exchange. I see people get excited each time they get paid. They are happy. You can see the happiness, the joy. You know, with that joy, they should go and bring new people. They should go and bring new people to register for TBC. Tell them there's a way you can cash out right now if you want to cash out. So people will get excited, you know, because a lot of people have heard about TBC. They know about TBC. So when you tell them, have you heard of, say, oh, leave that thing. The money will just be growing. I have a lot of people that have TBC. Their money is just growing. They'll tell you, leave that, leave that thing. You know, by the time you start preaching to them and tell them, why don't you just get the free Kringles? They will tell you, don't worry, at the right time, share the free Kringles is still there. At the right time, I will get it. By the time you tell such people that, look, if you get your free Kringles now, you can cash out the next day. You see how the community will just boom. So that will be it. And I also want, since you have so many people with same button in your, like you to attend the same button meetings every Monday with the Voice of TBC. This coming Monday, I think Sadan Lutz is going to host it. Let's always try to attend that meeting, you know, because we have a lot of information in that meeting, and also to encourage your members to go to the blog. You know, right now you have control over them because they know that they want to cash out. So you tell them everything you need to tell them about TBC. Tell them they will have to go out there, do marketing, and let's flood the system with new people So it's been my pleasure. Mr. Michael's internet must be bad. He's not here. Yeah. And then Pastor Amos has been struggling to come in, you know. I do not want to use the Zoom because the audio with the Zoom is very bad. So that's why I decided to use Hangout today. So it's been my pleasure. Thank you, Mrs. Mercy, for coming. Thank you, Mr. Harmony. You know, when you eat money small in Abuja, it remains small for me too when I come, so that I will see Mr. Harmony. Eat and remain. Abuja is where it's happening ahead. So let's hope we will have Mr. Williams come tell us how he intends to bring growth with the system next week, or I don't know when he would like to attend. So it's been my pleasure having you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, ma'am.
God bless
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye. Yes, Mr. Harmony, bye. All right. So this is See Victorious Flourish, and I just featured the team members of Exodus Exchange. It's a new team. They are trying to, you know, bring probably a mini exchange, because we're expecting the mini fiat exchange. Yeah, we're expecting the global fiat after the migration. So they've just started. Mr. Michael, Mr. Williams had a big deal with a bank worth, I think I heard $3.2 million, and he wants to share the profit with the community. So if you're interested, you can contact me. I'll tell you how it works so that you can join the community. You know, so we encourage you out there, please make sure you are bringing people every day to the community, even if it's just one person. We have a target to meet. Don't forget this. It's not all about cashing out. You go cash out, it's not all about cashing out right now, because the money in your wallet is real, and you can't even finish it until Jesus comes. You cannot finish it, even if you have one TBC right now. And remember, every same button meeting you attend, you have one full TBC. So if you don't know now, you should know that when you attend same button meetings, you have a claim to one full TBC. Okay, it's called cookie reward. So if your same button is on and you have not been attending that meeting, please make sure you attend the same button. Yeah, we've actually closed. We've actually closed. I'm only trying to round up. You know,
guys, sorry, thank you. I am actually on transit.
Yeah, I can see you're on transit. Thank you for coming. God bless you. Please pass my message across to Mr.
You're welcome.
Pass my message across to him. Tell him he has to put up a policy, an agreement that everybody coming into that exchange must have at least must register at least 50 to 100 people. We need more people to join the community, so we should put up something like that, so that because I know people are people want to exchange, people want to cash out, even if it takes them 1 month. They want to be sure that okay, at the end of 1 month they want to cash out. So for them to cash out, they should go and bring more people to join the community. If that is the only work they will do, they will have to do that. So please pass my message across to him, okay? Thank you. God bless you. So like I was saying, the same button meeting is compulsory. If your same button is on, it's compulsory for you to attend that meeting. Every Monday, check in your Kringle Cash office, your back office, Kringle Cash, you know, click on same button. You will see a YouTube link there. If your same button is on, you will see your link there. Click on the link and join the same button. I think it's normally around around 4 p.m. Nigerian South African time, thereabouts. The link is posted 15 minutes to the time. So if you check and the link is not there, you go back and check. Keep checking until you see the link. Make sure you join. You know, you do not only benefit from the information that you receive, you also have a claim to one full TBC. A lot of people don't know this. When you attend Send Button meeting, you have a claim to one full TBC. Okay, you redeem your cookies. So try and attend this meeting. It's very important, especially to those who keep asking you so many questions that Randy keep answering in that meeting. When you attend that meeting, you will not be asking so many questions because all questions are addressed there. Even Randy will give you an opportunity to ask questions. So attend this meeting. It's very important for you to attend this meeting. And if your Send button is not on, it means you have not paid your $10 annual fee or lifetime wallet fee. So go and look for somebody you trust. You can send me the money, no matter the country you are. Send the money to me. Contact me. +27 622 377 140. Contact me that you want to pay your wallet fees. I will tell you what to do and I'll help you pay. Make sure you pay your $10 wallet fee for your Send button to be on. Migration is on right now. After migration, the next thing is the global fiat. Okay, so you need to pay your $10 and make sure you attend the Send button meetings. The title of this show is How Big is Your Truth Concerning TBC? So you have to start. If you've not been telling people the way it is, tell people TBC is not a get rich quick crypto. TBC is not where you buy your coins today, the next day you want to exchange it. Okay, if you buy TBC today or you get the free Kringles, of course, even if you get the free Kringles, you must buy at least $100 worth of TBC, worth of Kringles, before you are qualified for any kind of exchange. So if you don't tell people the truth, they'll always, blame you. So tell them the way it is. It's not a get rich quick crypto. You get the free Kringles. If you don't have the free Kringles, visit my website, www.victoriousflourish.com. On that website, under the Billion Coin, you will see Kringle Cash. Click on it. Follow the instructions. You get your free Kringles. It doesn't end there when you get your free Kringles. Even if it's worth $1,000, you still need to contact me to buy at least $100 worth of Kringles for you to get qualified. Okay, so make sure you do all this. If you have any question about TBC, you can contact me. Send me a WhatsApp message on the number I just called now and ask me. I should be able to answer you any question you ask about TBC, right? Normally, I go through the blog when I come online because I like updating people what is going on. But this broadcast has been about 1 hour now, and I don't like too long a broadcast. So I will read the blog the next time I come online. It's been me, Victorious Flourish. Thank you for watching, and please make sure you subscribe to my video, to my channel, so that you can always follow up on, especially on this Exodus Exchange. God bless you.